Hello and welcome again back to some Endless Legend, and it is actually finally a release day today of the game. So full release out of early access today. It's been a while since I played the game. I skipped a few of the updates in the middle there because of work and stuff, but it's great to get back to the game now. As you can see, it's version 1.00 and something. And everything should be in the game now, hopefully. I'm sure there will be a lot of support for the game after the release as well. We'll see. Let me check some of that. Hey, Real Maxin. Maxion, sorry. Again, wrong with your name. I haven't actually seen that icon before, that's very cool. So, let's go in the new game here, and let's check through all the factions, because there is some new ones which I haven't seen, which you probably haven't seen because they are totally new. So let's start with the White Walkers, which are the elves of the game. They were yeah, I did remember Maxian. Took a while. So White Walkers are like the elves of the game. Let me just check something. Yep, it's okay. And they are a faction of creators and builders. These people strive to bind rocks and trees into great living monuments. Their relationship with dust is intense and dangerous. Under its influence, they can where did it go? Explode into berserker rages. So they have a settler, as everyone has a settler unit. They have Tekari Rangers, so I guess archer guys. Apache Shamans. These are actually changed, I think, as well. I haven't seen these, although I didn't play Wild Walkers myself at any point. Hey Sandam, no, you're not late. I just started. And there is the Tene Walkers. These incarnations of the powers of the forest followed the Wild Walkers when they emigrated from the vast woods of Auriga into the cities of the plains. A symbol of the origins of the Wild Walkers, they are also powerful frontline fighters. Wild Walkers, Forest Rage, Sweep Strike Back. Hopefully they are explaining this better now. Hey Kevlar, I'm doing really good. Just checking out these new guys. So there is... Oh, you actually have a main victory type here now as well. Wonder. No idea. Only the Conquest was the option when I played this last time. Hey Sasbot. So, these are a faction of knights and town builders. They exist only as spirits wrapped in great suits of armor. They are noble warriors who wear the polished armor of chivalry and adhering to its ideals, even though they are immaterial and have lost much of their humanity. Nice, Maxin. Yeah, that's why I do it. The Steam group announcement helps a lot. And the Twitter as well, so you never miss me coming online. Twitch email notifications can be pretty bad every now and then. So we have a settler here as well, and these are stalwarts, kinda like knight units. Riders, these used to be really bad, I don't know if they were changed. Dust Care, so they can heal, these guys don't heal normally, their units. You have to pay money or dust, which is the currency of the game, to actually heal them. They have Charge, Life Drain, Slow and Stun. And Dust Bishops. These should be really nice. They siphon life from enemies and heal your own guys. These used to be really... like the name says, they are really broken. In the version I was playing, they were really OP. Hopefully they have been toned down a bit. Or everyone else has been made as broken as them. Next there is Walters. Main victory type Science. These guys had a Conquest. The true origin of the Walters is lost even to themselves. Their history, as they teach it to their children, begins with a great metal habitat lodged beneath the surface of Auriga. Naturally conservative and wary, the Walters have limited relations with the other peoples of Auriga. These are pretty much some kind of space Vikings. As you can see, they have settlers. They have Marines with crossbows and Dawn officers. I haven't played a Walters myself actually, and they have a Titan, kind of like a robot, giant robot, and they are very defensive, very turtle playstyle. Night Basilisk has been playing these quite a lot. Hey Kielsa, Tolbo, and Gil Gimli. You turtle a lot with these. People were saying that, and Night Basilisk was saying that these are very weak, but then he found out how to play these actually, and they are actually really strong late game if you get to the late game with them. But I haven't played these myself. One of their main things is that they can teleport their units between their cities without any issue, and also they have no effect from winter, which is a really good bonus. These were added in the new patch that came out just a moment ago, the full release. Mezari, and they are just a reskin of the Walters. As you can see, they have the same Marines, Dawn officers and Titans, just a bit different looking from the Walters. And these were the gift for everyone who owned Dungeons of the Legend Endless, another game from the same company. Seems I'm losing a bit of FPS every now and then in the menu here. I think that was the case last time as well. Yeah, I think so. It's probably what you said, Tolbo. Yes, this is a civilization type game. You'll see in a moment. It's basically fantasy civilization, but a bit different. Then there is the Necrophages. These were the first ones I played. Elimination is their main victory type. A hive people that survived by ingesting or converting others as they infect them with their plague. The Necrophages are scavengers and a sneeze. The plague is already here. Scavengers and survivors. Always hungry and always hostile. They are viewed as a scourge by other people. Hey Suiki, how are you? And Ashdamnir as well. And these are really fun race to play. Settler as usual, forager, small, really tough to kill. Oh, these have been changed. They have disease now and disease immunity and rage slayer. These used to be some kind of endless type of unit. They never really died. Then you have the necro drones. These are flying bugs. And this proliferator used to be totally broken and not useful for anything because it was not ready. It actually resurrects enemy units for you now, which is pretty good. It says you need a... I think there was an option for a 32-bit OS as well, Sundown, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm playing it on the 64 myself. Then there's the Arden Mages. These were added fairly recently as well, a science faction as well. The primary power of these sorcerers comes from their anger. Having survived a long history of slaughter and starvation, the powers that they discovered and have that permitted them to survive were those based on dust magic, agony and rage. I haven't played these yet. Night Basilisk was telling me that these are basically how they designed the combat system early on. They are really micromanage heavy in the combat. You need to really assign what they do and use spells and some kind of stuff like that. The combat system is a bit different than they thought they were planning early on, so... And this is how they originally planned it. They left for one race and went a bit different for the other ones. So they have a settler, Telsem warlocks, I think these are ranged mages, zealots, and Inega wings. You're pretty down today. My ear hurts and I have headache too. That really sucks. Okay. I'm doing good. We did a bit of coding with my friend during the day, and usually that's why I don't usually stream on Thursdays, but because this game released today, I needed to play it immediately and stream it. So power through pain. This would be fairly interesting to play today, at some point maybe. I don't know. I will probably go with one of the newer ones and test out these a bit later, maybe in a multiplayer with you guys or something. Then there is the rowing clans, main type, victory type economy. Traders, explorers and adventurers. The rowing clans are nomadic and mercantile, traversing Auriga on their great beasts of burden. The clans bring commerce and hard-headed negotiations to the far corners of the world. So, settler unit as usual. Dervish, these are cavalry units. Horse archers, and these massive beasts with a ton of health and a lot of damage. Rowing clans are actually one of the most interesting Haze and Monar factions in the game, because they have nomadic cities. They can just plop their city up, move it to somewhere else where they feel like going. They are also really pacifist faction. Like you can see, make trade no war. They cannot actually declare a war on someone else. Actually, I'm blocking it there. As you can see, no effects, cannot declare war. But they do have a lot of access to the marketplace early on, and can buy a lot of units from there, and actually boosted units compared to the other races. And they also can affect the marketplace. And they used to be able to block others from using it, so yeah, keys to the market. Can use the market ban option, prevents to be target of a market ban. So, and I think the market was made even more useful than it was earlier, so if you piss these guys in a multiplayer, you're not gonna use marketplace and you're gonna be screwed. Then this was the second newest race added to the game, kinda like a dragon race. So they are a diplomatic race, an ancient and venerable race. The scholars of the dragon prize lore, history and wisdom above all things. Few in number but exceedingly powerful, they do not seek war but rather relationships, information and knowledge. Faction histories, artifacts and ruins are highly prized by the dragon, while wealth, military power and advanced technology are viewed as insignificant. These are also apparently really powerful race. I haven't played these yet myself, but apparently they are really good. Let me get to that in a moment, and I'll check the cultists and these first. So Drakelings are their basic units. Seems like a pretty basic fast learner. That is a new as well. Infantry Slayer, that sounds really good. Wyverns, guess flyers. Also fast learner. And ancient. Fast learner. Low damage, interestingly. Shared wisdom. What? Have to check those through. So they have diplomatic pressure. Gives the Empire the ability to force truce, peace or alliance on targeted Empire. That is pretty powerful. You can just, yeah, let's stop the war. Oh, you are now in an alliance with me. Come help to kill these guys. That is going to be really amazing power in multiplayer. Also really annoying power in multiplayer. Endless excavation. Ooh, that is a lot of science, and holy hell, that's a lot of influence with terrain, with ruins. Advanced diarchy. Empire plans are unlocked. Ooh, one era earlier. That is +1 free Empire plan tire on an Empire. That is also, you can actually see what's in there. This is also really powerful. Well connected. Gives the Empire the knowledge of the starting positions of every player. Also really good. Nice. And this is the Cultist. This was actually a contest on the Endless Legend site. My webcam is buzzing there a bit. There we go. And people were able to submit their race ideas to the forums, and people voted which one they wanted, and the Cultists were the one people chose as the winner. You were also able to once they chose the Cultist as the faction, there was a couple different votes as well, where you could submit like unit designs, was it the faction icon and stuff like that, and this is the end result of the community deciding things. You're gonna have to start messaging me on Battle.net so I know when you go live, so it will, like on the following, yeah, maybe not, maybe. I'll send you a text message from now on, set up a system. This strange cult is led by two creations that are the remnants of the Endless, the Queen imprisoned within her indestructible throne in the capital city, and the Unspoken, a wandering and perhaps insane being enormous power. Left alone on the planet for millennia, they have turned against their creators and sworn to destroy every trace of their existence. To do so, they recruit, train and arm lesser beings from the tribes and vagrants that live scattered across the surface of Origa, regardless of where they are, to whom they have privileged sworn allegiance. When a tribe turns to the cult, it does so until its death. Monolithic, fanatic and ever-expanding, the cult of the eternal end will spare no effort, cost or sacrifice to see that its will is done. So there is a preacher unit, trained to convert others to the cause of the eternal end. The preachers can spread by force if necessary the teachings of the cultists. Unleash potential, slow down. Support unit as their main unit. It's kinda interesting. Fanatic. Massive due to their many robotic parts and can use this weight to execute damaging cavalry charges. Strange cavalry. And Nameless Guard. Tall and armed with excellent bows, the Nameless Guards are the eyes of the cult, and first to strike enemies. Ranged. Point blank power. High Seat of the Queen. No settler production. That is interesting. +1 district level cap on cities. No settler production means one city throughout the game, which is gonna be quite interesting way to play the game as well, because you do want settlers. This is a civilization style game. You want to expand. Hey Pegli and Parking and their Svabe. Conversion. Can convert pacified villages. Pacified villages are minor factions in the game. In addition of these 9 main factions, or 8 technically, there is minor factions that you can assimilate into your major faction. So even if you choose one of these as your factions to play with, you can still change the faction with the minor factions in the game. So every time you play the game, it's going to be a bit different if you choose different minor factions. Although some of the minor factions go really well with certain factions, so you kind of want to try to aim to get those. For example, Broken Lords, which rely on dust and only dust. You really want to get the dust production minor factions, which were previously the dwarves and still probably are. It increases your dust production by insane amounts and you go just insane. Buy everything, heal your units and all that. So you can convert the villages, are lost to their original owners. Give all advantages of pacified villages to the new owner, no matter their location. Will exploit finds of their tile and 6 tiles around for the main city of the new owner. Regularly spawn a unit not retrofitable for the new owner. This is actually pretty cool. So you have just one city in the world, but you can go and steal other people's minor faction villages, which will screw them over really bad, and you can exploit them then. That is really cool. Weapons of the enemy. So you can capture actually enemies from the enemy. So you start with one, but you can get more from other people. A captured city is immediately raised, +1 industry stockpile per citizen when city is raised. That's really cool as well. These are really cool. I might play with these, although I think they are probably fairly difficult to play, so we might go with the Draken for now and check the cultists some other time, or just go with these guys. And Sundam was asking a moment ago, why is there an ad? Is it a DLC? No. This is what we did this. If you have played Endless Space, you know what this is. But if you haven't, you can make your own faction. So all these things you have here, traits, abilities, units, everything. Well, there you go. Make your own faction. Choose the name, put a description, take an affinity. You have to use one of the current ones as a base. So for example, taking a nomadic cities from rowing clans means that you can move your cities. But then you can change all of these abilities around here. There is a point cost, and some are negative, some are positive, some have levels. And doing these is really fun. I really loved it in Endless Space, and also in Master of Orion and that type of games. So I'm definitely going to play with this as well at some point. A Song of Ice, only ice. +2 movement on units during winter season. Immunity to the movement reduction due to winter. That is really cool. So you basically have a skis. What was Mezari about? Mezari is a reskin of the Walter. These are the Walters, and this is just a reskinned version of the race. This was a, if I'm correct, it is a gift for people who own Dungeon of the Endless, which is another game from the same developer. So you can play with this. There is apparently also a new minor faction called Nudia, which is apparently familiar to people who have played either Endless Legend or Dungeons of the Endless or something, and should be able to see what that is. They also added a new hero for the Founder Pack owners, which I don't have actually, and also Ice Warg's minor faction, which I don't also have because of the Founder Pack. I might get it at some point and upgrade. So let's see. Let's go with the Cultist. I'm gonna test these out. These sound so insanely strange that they are strange enough. So let's go with those. Then you have different modes here: single player, friends only multiplayer, and public multiplayer. We'll be doing a friends only multiplayer with you guys at some point. No Founder Pack, scrap streamer, unfollow Kappa. Yeah, I know it. I didn't think the Founder Pack was worth the money at the release. It's 10 euros more for one faction and one extra hero, basically, and soundtrack and stuff like that. Also some content for the Dungeons of the Endless, but it wasn't worth for me, but probably is for someone else. So we're gonna go with those. Let's see, empires. Let's go with 8 empires. I'm gonna choose these. I'm gonna take cultists and actually I'm not gonna be pink. Let's go with purple. Rowing clans, wild walkers. Let's take the Mezari. I've seen what the Walters are, so we don't need those. Let's take the Arden Mages. Broken Lords. Which one are we missing? Necrophages, there we go. You just click buy the most expensive pack. Yeah, it helps if you are working and actually have some money. So let's take world size large, 70 by 100 hexagons, huge. We know with the huge. World shape, large islands, Pangea, many continents, few continents, 4 continents. I like islands actually. Roughly 8 islands now. Let's go 4 islands, sounds fun. Continent shape, chaotic is apparently really fun. Temperate average, yeah, difficulty, let's go with normal. And advanced settings. Oh, you can actually change a lot of stuff in here. Oh well, that's fine now. Hey Bungie. Yeah, I may have to do that net. Well, let's get going with this. Let's see how this goes. So I haven't played well, no one has played the Cultist yet since it released just a moment ago, half an hour ago. So I don't know how these guys will work, but well, we'll see. Also, there is a lot of changes to combat and to other systems as well. So it's gonna be a bit of a learning experience for me as well, even though I have played some of the game before. We get something to drink. Meanwhile, it's generating the world. Hey Teurasta, Mad Murdoch, and From Between as well. Also, let me actually link the changes. Wife is my pimp. Yeah. Hey Tragedigan, how are you? Here's release notes. Just scroll down to the 1.00 version of the game. Hey Rayman. Nerf the Ceratan. Interesting. I didn't know actually the Ceratan were that powerful. I thought they were pretty bad. You need your rating. I do need my rating, sorry. While that is loading, let's do that. Going with the massive map may not have been the best idea, but let's see. Let's see. Where's my T's? It's probably... Where did I put it? I've lost your T's picture. Ah, there we go. Stream warning. That's the name. Opacity, let's go 30. Hey Pat Millard. There we go. Happy now, Rayman? I'm doing really good strategy again as well. Yeah, I have it. Just needed to find it. Yes, it's good that you're happy. I'm not sure, Net. 24 maybe, or something like that. You can actually see what there's a bit of text behind me. What's it doing at the moment? And all of that is me. Would be happier if you had the game. Yeah, Rayman. When you get the game, let me know. We need to do a bit of multiplayer of this game as well. Less than 5 hours played. Well, but you have about 7 million hours played on your other characters, Net, so it doesn't really count. If you have 400 more levels and everything.
The endless broke us when they broke themselves. Now we are few, and many that remain are of little use. Yet our purpose still drives us. Even death cannot be allowed to stop us. We must find new converts, new servants, who will help us fulfill the great oaths we took so long ago. They will not only be our hands and our eyes, they will be the sword and the shield of our armies that will bring the eternal end. First upon Origa, and then across the universe.
You have encountered the new minor faction, Silix. These are slow-moving elementals heavily afflicted by dust. The Silix guard the great underground farms where crystal is grown and nurtured. Promising ones are blessed with intelligence and life. Half resource per pacified village, and these are actually pretty decent units as well. So this is one of the minor factions in the game. Let's see, where are they? There is Silix. And you get the information there as well. Okay, click it away. Gotta like those Silix. Yeah, they are really cool.